Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Challenge TV. Got a new gadget in the motor so we can do videos on the move. Me complaining from wet wipes in the comments. You ain't concentrating on the road. I will be concentrating on the road. And I'm only driving 10 minutes home from the gym. But that's how busy life is these days. There's no baby in the back right now. But there will be soon enough. It's match day. Benfica babies. Let's hope we turn them into babies tonight. Mourinho's crying. Because I would love to see it once again at St James's Park. He hasn't got a great record there, has he? He won there during COVID. Doesn't count because Brucey was manager. Even worse than COVID, that could. And then we had the cup win, was it, with Chelsea? So, yeah. I'm not counting those wins, really. You know what I mean? And hopefully there will be none tonight. But we'll talk about Benfica towards the end of the video. In this short one, we're going to discuss the news of Graham Potter, the new Sweden manager, wanting to take Graeme Jones from Newcastle United to the Swedish side. A reunion with Alexander Isak. Oh my days, mental stuff. So, before we get into that though, everybody, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And drop a like and let us know your thoughts on, would you expect Jones to want to get back into national coaching because he's done it before? And what do you think the score is going to be the night for the game against Benfica? Now this roundabout here, if you're from Newcastle and you're in Newcastle, where the Victory pub is in Gosforth, it's absolutely mental. So full concentration required, especially when people are blocking it like that. You're blocking a roundabout, double deckers and everything. Aye. So yeah, we'll take the time over this roundabout. It's always an absolute nightmare. That's my way to go. No, we'll fucking fly it. What do you think? Should we start a little Top Gear series on the channel? I would love to do that, to be fair. Like, don't know where I'm going to find the time for that one. But, anyways, I'm in full waffle mode today. I'm quite excited if you can't tell. I've had a lovely breakfast. Shout out Deli Espresso and Gosforth. It's not a paid thing or anything. They just do delicious scran. And I enjoyed that one. Ash, the owner there, big Toon fan. He's watching. And shout out Ben for the fresh trim. So there we go. I'm in a good mood today. You know, I'm bigging everyone up. The sun's starting to shine now after the rain. And I actually get to hear the Champions League music tonight because I missed the Barcelona game, the first game back in the Champions League, because our daughter was born. So we missed that one. Obviously priorities and that, you know what I mean? She's class, but it'll be class to hear the Champions League anthem tonight and see some European football once again. But as I was saying, the topic of the video is that Graham Potter wants Graeme Jones, all the Graemes, at Sweden. Now then, first of all, Jones, very respected, obviously from the Newcastle fan base and from me. You know, he's a great bloke. I've had the privilege of speaking to him a few times, especially after the cup final win where he was good crack. He enjoys the channel and stuff. Did tell us I had to be more positive more often, like, so fair enough on that one. But there was definitely things to be positive in that season and that cup win, and hopefully there will be tonight and in the Champions League running. But Jones is a top bloke. He's a great character, really good with the lads in the dressing room as well. He's fantastic at what he does. Really smart coach as well. You know, he knows the game inside out. Got huge respect for him. So I really hope he doesn't leave. But what I'll touch on in a minute is I think if he did leave, it would just be temporary, a bit like Potter's contract, to be honest. But on Jones, I just think he's that well known as well in the international space. You know, I'll not go right there. I could have, but this post is flying now. So yeah, go on then, sausage. Could be one of the players. See them all the time around these parts. Jones is, you know, really well respected in the international setup. He's got loads of experience. Obviously, he was part of Roberto Martinez's backroom staff for Belgium when they got their best ever finish in 2018, the semi-final of the World Cup, and then went on to beat England in the third place playoff, which, let's be real, is one of the most pointless games in football history. But they did well there. Roberto Martinez and that Belgium side probably should have went a little bit further, but you could see the same for England, where he was involved with Southgate when we bottled the 2020 final. No shade on Jones, not his fault that we bottled it, you know what I mean? But he did obviously really well with the three lines as well as Belgium. So, you know, like I say, in the international scene there, he's got a lot of credit, a lot of experience. He's now obviously at Newcastle, where, as I said, he's won a cup here. He's really integral to the backroom staff that Eddie Howe has built there with Tyndall. You know, Simon, the coach, and everyone behind the scenes there at Newcastle deserves all the credit for the amazing work they've done at the club so far. I know a couple of Champions League finishes, a couple of finals, and the big one, winning a trophy. So that is why Potter wants to take Jonesy to Sweden with Isak and Elanga. So, you know, this is the thing as well. It's not just that. He's worked with Isak. He's worked with Elanga right now. So there's that as well. And I think Potter just wants a hand. You know what I mean? Potter's actually well respected in that part of the world where Sweden have hired him, you know, because he did good club work back there before he ended up getting the Brighton job, didn't he? So was it Finland or Sweden he was at? I think it was Sweden actually, where Potter was. And now he's took up a contract only until March. How mad is that? He's literally got a 2-game contract. He was announced on Monday as the new coach of Sweden after Jean Dahl Tomasson got sacked. And he's actually gets sacked. You know, they're all misfiring. And looking like they're going to miss out on World Cup qualification. But if Potter can win the next couple of games, they could be in a shout with the playoff. And then obviously wins the playoff, he'll be given a contract till after the World Cup at least to see them out there. But it's all up in the air whether Sweden qualify or not. So Isak didn't just let Newcastle United down, he let his country down by going on strike. And now he's let his current club down because he's way off. Well, I wouldn't even say fitness anymore. You can't keep on using that excuse. I would just say form and confidence and everything. Unlucky son, that's karma. So, could Jonesy be reunited with Isak? And that's a bit of a funny one because what I've heard from, you know, the Newcastle United squad and the setup there at the training ground is that there's mixed feelings on Isak. Some players don't care that he left, don't mind it, realise it's business, realise that he wanted to go to Liverpool, a huge club with a huge chance of winning big trophies. And some were raging at him more so for his behaviour, like I was. Like a lot of fans were. It wasn't the fact that he wanted to leave, it was the way he went about things, refusing to play for us. You know, it was absolutely disgusting. But Jonesy probably wouldn't have a problem with working with him again, I doubt. He'd probably just get on with it. You know, if he wanted to get involved in national management again, that was something that interested him, then it would be fair enough, he could do that. Do I think he'll take it? Well, maybe. And it will only be temporary. I see some fans online freaking out, oh no, Jones is leaving, Jones is gonna be away. He won't be away. I doubt it would be a full-time thing because Potter's isn't even full-time. Potter's only got a deal there until March. So yeah, until after the qualifiers. So yeah, I can't see it being a big issue if Jones left. It's something he could certainly do part-time. Well, you know, international break when it comes up, he could be involved with Sweden the next summer. He'd be on his holidays anyway when the World Cup's on. So if it's interesting him, if it's something he wants to do, then fair enough. But yeah, he wouldn't leave Newcastle and Eddie Howe set up and what we've got going on to risk it with Sweden, where, you know, Potter's not even on a permanent basis. They've got to see how that plays out for them. So yeah, listen, it's down to Jonesy. I don't know if he would bother taking. I don't see that much out of it for him, unless he just wants to, you know, add it to his CV, wants to get a bit more experience. He might get bored in the international break like the rest of us, so he might want to do it then. But I think with that, I'm not really too fussed. Like, good luck to him. I really don't want Isak to succeed in anything now, but I do really like Graeme Jones, so I would say good luck to him, and even Potter as well. As an English manager, I want to see, you know, English players and managers do well. I like it when they go abroad as well and test themselves, so fair play. But yeah, he won't be going anywhere full time, I doubt. So that would be fine with us. That would be fine with me for Potter. Let us know what you think in the comments with Jones. Would he be on his way out, but only on a temporary basis, really? I'm home now, so I can out the video. See you later. Now I'll finish off with the Benfica one. So Benfica in just several hours' time. Really excited, like I say, buzzing to see some Champions League action at St. James's Park, but it will be a tough game. With Jose there, you know what he's going to do, and how was asked about in the press conference, you know, the whole park the bus is a term Eddie doesn't like, but Jose absolutely loves it. He invented it. It will be a tight game. I think it'll be tough to break them down. Something that Newcastle struggle to do a lot is break teams down, and Mourinho's team will definitely be that. You know, they'll be probably a bit ferocious, probably in your face a little bit, kind of solid. You know, I think they drew with Porto the other week when they just put everyone behind the ball. So, it's not going to be an easy game. A goal could definitely open things up. A goal could definitely make things more interesting, and Jose may think we'll try and nick something, but I couldn't imagine him going gung-ho. I really couldn't. When you look at Benfica's team compared to ours, we've got to be the favourites here. We've got to fancy ourselves. So I'm going to back us to do just that and to just nick it. I think a 1-0 win. I fancy a Malik Chow goal, then I think 1-0, or if it's an early goal, it could be more, could be 2-0. But I've sat here and said it's going to be tight, defensive, hard to break them down. Cue the 4-0 win. I'd absolutely love it. Newcastle got to get points on the board. In the Champions League, we did really well last time out against USG away, but that's going to be one of the easiest games you'd imagine. We've still got the likes of PSV and stuff at home where, again, games you're going to have to win and get those points on the board to try and get round in this new Champions League format. But I'll be back later on with a match reaction / vlog video all in one for you lot. If you haven't got tickets to the game, you can watch it in Fleet Street, and they do drinks for £1 every time Newcastle score for 10 minutes. You get a pint for £1. So you can't go wrong with that. And yeah, I'll be there. I'll be at the game. I'll hopefully be enjoying the Champions League music and Champions League football at St James's Park. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.